Once upon a time, there was a young kingdom built by an ambitious king and queen. They didn't have much land, so they lived close with their people and showed great respect for one another. When news of an heir surfaced, the young kingdom rejoiced, and to their surprise, twins were born, a boy and a girl. They had a loving family, and their people were delighted by the children, and so they threw a grand celebration. The king and queen paid close attention to their children and their actions. They wanted the child who got the crown to earn and deserve it. The prince was the village girl's heartthrob and loved the attention that came with being the prince. He often took advantage of it and was often warned. But he ignored his parents' words and abused his position without worry of consequence. The princess, on the other hand, was selfless and intuitive, helping others and growing to understand her people's ways and concerns. This gave the king and queen a clear choice of who to pass the throne to, leading up to the twins' 18th birthday. The prince was sure it was his. He was so respected and loved. He thought it would be easy. Why wouldn't they choose him? But his parents understood what makes a true leader, and so the princess was chosen instead. The prince was furious and confused. He didn't understand why they chose her. In a jealous rage, he destroyed his sister's ceremony, releasing a Solarian beast into the great room as revenge. It was a massacre. He had gone too far, but his jealousy clouded his morals, and he focused his anger towards his sister. She didn't understand. She thought back to all those times she spent with those destroyed before her very eyes. Her parents gone. Everything gone. For once, her blood boiled and her soul filled with rage. She felt something deep within her, similar to what witches had described. They had taught her about magic, how to care and manipulate the world around her. She breathed, she concentrated, and magic began to fill her veins. She sent a large blast toward her brother, knocking him back. She had created a new form of magic, Solarian magic. Her eyes gleamed and her body radiated a pale purple tone. She lunged toward her brother and escaped, leaving her home forever. She roamed the countryside, helping those in need, learning to control her powers, and teaching others her story and magic. She eventually fell in love and began a beautiful family. But she suddenly disappeared, and her story was lost to time. But some do believe she existed, and still study her magic and tell her tale to this day.
Do you think she would save us from a mean, scary Solarian wolf?
Don't worry, Nippon. If one ever shows up, I'll protect you.
Okay, Mama. You have magic, so I'll be alright, right?
Always, Nippon. Lale, my baby, good night. Lale, my child of light. Sleep now, my star, shining so bright. Lale, my baby, tonight. Someday you'll feel all alone and take an adventure of your own. But fear not, my darling, for I will be here, providing you shelter and home. In morning you'll open your eyes, so fret not the pain in disguise. For I will be there to light up your way until you grow stronger and wise. You don't have to go alone.
Nippon, go hide.
And take back the phoenix's throne. But be brave and go on when all hope seems gone.
Mama!
Break free the heart made of stone.
Since I was young, I followed no direction. My life hadn't begun, but many not followed, a tragedy not